So I have on about 1,200 different colors right now. Sorry, not sorry. I've been doing a lot today. And I'm still doing a lot. I'm currently making simultaneous meals. I have a large bowl of water here. Just water, cold water, because I'm blanching the collard greens. So for those of you who don't know what that is, I cut the stems off. It's got several holes in it. A couple of cabbage moths got to it, but that's what happens when you grow fresh stuff for real. Cut the stem out like so. These other two are pretty good. Got that one. I've already washed them, re-washed them, because you know I wash them before I bring them inside. Drown them in a bowl, and then I wash them on the deck boards. It's not so bad. Just a few holes in that one. Blanching these in boiling water. You let I know a lot of you know the basics, but you let the water boil first. And it is currently boiling because I just put those other leaves, took those other leaves out. And then you just put them in there. So that's what they look like. Nice and rich and green. Look at that. Mmm. And malleable. They need to be malleable because you're going to make these into little wraps. And turn that water off. Throw these stems away. I could, This is purslane that has been in the fridge for days. No need for me to use that when I have fresh purslane that I just harvested. I mostly wanted you to see me start that particular meal. In fact, that's the only meal we're going to cook together. Well, I'm going to cook both of them at the same time, but you've already seen how I cook my chicken most of the time. And I'm not doing anything different with that, so. We'll just cook this dolma. I'm going to call it SOOULma. I'm going to call it SOOULma. It's getting chilly again already, and that is beyond me. I could not imagine why I was hearing the school band play. Like, and then it hit me that it's about to be August. It's about to be August. Like, in a minute. There's that. Just purslane, like, not bad in general. Just know what you got, because it's a weed that looks just like this. That is not indeed purslane. I don't even know if it's poison or not, so don't kill yourself trying to guess. Ooh. I just tasted was that a stem? I'm trying to see if that was a stem or the flowering bit in the middle. No, it wasn't that. I'm tasting it. It's the stem! It tastes like our French sorrel, not the red vein sorrel. It tastes like our French sorrel, which also tastes like sour clover leaf that we used to eat and had no business eating off the ground when we were little. Delicious. And it still won't change the flavor of your food when you put it in your food. So, I'm waiting for my ground turkey to finish thawing. And then I wanted to get room temperature so I can work with it because I'll be chopping up my usual red peppers, red onions, and, red peppers, onions, and broccoli stalks. And I need to go buy me some green onions. Champagne mangoes that didn't make it. Too bad, so sad. I got some more because I'm horrible about that kind of thing. This is plastic, so I need to take this off the stove. No, the stove is not on, however. I'm not trying to play no games, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to test the waters, you see. Make sure that cucumber's still good to go into my juice because I want to leave my second cucumber out on the plant to get a little larger. I'm going to use it tomorrow though, but once you get your second or third full cucumber on that plant, it's going to be cucumber after cucumber after cucumber. Good luck keeping up. Which is why I only planted two in the raised bed that these bitch ass rabbits keep digging a nest in. And I'm glad I planted two for that reason because if I would have only had one cucumber plant, which is all you need, but if I would have only had one and they would have dug the only one I had up, girl, you know, I have to pat myself on the back. I'm a very responsible firearm owner because I realize the impact that it can have, that carelessness can have. So I'm fully aware when I'm shooting at these rabbits, the angle that I'm shooting at, the precision with which I'm shooting, and I'm conscious of if any neighbors or their children are outside. I don't want to shoot at all if they are outside, but if she's right there and I must, because she must die, then I'm always alert and conscious of what's directly behind the shot that I'm about to take, and I also want to angle it down so that when a shot lands, there's nothing else behind it for it to keep going. It's going to go into the ground before it leaves the yard. So I'm fully conscious of all that, unlike a drunk would be. But I realize that medical patients of a certain prescription aren't allowed to be firearm owners, which I find interesting because drunks can have all the guns they want, okay, and they can have an offense, you know, on their record and still be okay. You know, all these people out here on Xanax and Ritalin and everything, literally any. If you're on an antibiotic that you shouldn't be drinking alcohol with, there's some drugs you can't drink. There's an interaction with caffeine. You know, any carbonation. These celebrities got on so many prescriptions, they don't know what's what, and doctors are no longer really telling you about the interactions. You good luck reading the instruction manual that comes with the prescription. It's not directly on the bottle, but the printout. Good luck with that. But I'm gonna stop right there because they like to demonetize my video where I talk about the medical industry here. While I'm at it, I should probably cut up my. Ooh, that station is whack right now. Who is that? Jagged Edge? Ugh. There we go, the spinners. What? Here are my poblano peppers. I should cut them up and freeze them before they go bad. And how wasteful will that be? Look how, these are so dark. Such a dark green. There's so many pepper challenges on YouTube. You know what, never mind. It's not even worth it. Because the whole point of me being about to tell you about this poblano pepper is, first let me see how close Mr. is. I should have had one of these for breakfast. That's how I do it. I cut a star down the middle. And I take each corner and peel it back. Like so. I waited too long. Usually but it gets sweeter when you wait longer. So I'm holding it by this skin here. Yeah, they get real sweet just before they're about to go back. I should have ate this for breakfast. Skin. Sing it to me while I eat. But I guess my best wasn't good enough, 'cause here we are back where we were before. Seems nothing ever changes. We're back to being strangers. We're out the door. Just once, can we figure out what we keep doing wrong? Why will it last for very long? What are we doing wrong? Just once, can we find a way to finally make it right? We're already past the moonlight. I beat you. I gave my all, but my all may have been too much. Lord knows we're not getting anywhere. Seems we're always blowing whatever we got going. We haven't got a prayer. Just one. when you let your mango get a little aged, not go bad though, just before it goes bad, it has a little tang, and I like the little tang, but when it's like that, I can't eat a whole one. Now these little champagne mangoes, personal pan size champagne mangoes, I can eat a whole one when they're just like that, when they're aged enough to just before they go bad. I have these other two that I will enjoy this weekend for breakfast. I'm doing the right thing for the record, but I'm about to show you these things that just snatched me in a mister. Because when some of y'all see this, if you old school, you gonna know what this is. This thing right here. Let me show you what it looks like. Mister gonna think I tried to eat his thing. Because I already ate all mine. When I say all mine, I only had 2 in the course of a week. Which is still a lot, but I had to. And they're really huge. So the 2 that I had like half at a time. Half one day and half another day. The bad news is that means that I had half of one at least every other day in the week. That's bad news. The good news is it was only half of one and whatever. So this is how it comes out of the box. You see, it looked like they made it into they made it in somebody's garage or somebody's basement. And then they self-packaged it, it looks like. So it looks like they just saran wrapped and they sealed this part. And they just did it so loosely that they left the excess on there. So you have to cut it across here to get it out of there. And when you get it out of there, this is what it is. And this chocolate is so... I'm a mini mukbang one for y'all one day. It's so good. And they use the freshest pecans in this fucking universe, man. They like, you know how Purdue convinced y'all that they use fresh chickens and they don't use antibiotics and stuff like that? And how they got y'all thinking that, and how Whole Foods got y'all thinking that you're buying organic food when you shop with them? Well, these people... Oh, I almost showed you the brand. I'm pretty sure they're probably racist. But these people, you can tell they take pride in their little country praline. I'm going to call it a country praline. It's not a praline. All y'all people from Louisiana know what a praline is. This is not it. But you can tell that they probably will fist fight their employees if they put one pecan in that's not fresh. Like every pecan in every one of these fucking things is so fresh that when you bite into it, and it's stuff that looks like pink nugget, that's not nugget. That's actual caramel, like the caramel that you find in your Milky Ways and Snickers and Twix. It's caramel. But it looks pink to me. It looks like it looks pink on this box. But man, when they tell you there's some fresh pecans in here, they're so fresh that whenever your teeth bite into a pecan, it's so fresh and light, like it explodes. Does that mean you ever had a nut so fresh? But you ever had a nut so fresh that when you bite into it, it just kind of bursts like a piece of chalk, but not chalky, but it bursts, it explodes like that when your teeth pierce it. You know what? I'm gonna edit all that out and I'm gonna wait until I mini mukbang, do a munchies and mukbang for you, and I'm gonna eat one in it, and then I'm gonna describe to you everything about it because it warrants that type of attention, those levels of attention. Now I want to make some juice. I'm doing a lot right now. It's because I know Mister is going to mow the lawn this weekend, and for once, I agree that we need it. Yeah, let me go get some shards. I'm so mad. 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 So I went out to get some shard, and that bitch was out there with her husband. Like they was finna. I didn't tell y'all earlier because I didn't turn the camera back on because I got caught up in all of that. But as I went out and I did a little garden tour, I looked in my moringa tree planters, and those little bastards had dug in them. In both of them. And I was not really happy about it. I was displeased about the situation. And so, the safety's on. And so, right now, I'm feeling like, and I'm mad at nobody but myself because all the shit I've been talking about, using a real BB gun, I have not been doing it. No, I use the heaviest pellets. I use the heavy, the metal simulated piece with the weight to it. the shard. I got the shard, but not before I got that ass though. Not before I got that ass. I hopped, the bitch hopped. And then ran. And then didn't run all the way out of the yard. Just ran out to the tree. Her and her husband. Oh no, let me just tell the whole story. So I shot first, right? Shot her. And she just hopped. And then she looked at him like, I told you somebody was shooting over here. And then she ran out toward the tree. He was like, what? Because he didn't get shot. So, but I know he heard that pop though. And so he was like, what? Like, really? And she was like, yeah, I've been hit. And so they went out to the tree and they was discussing it out there. But so she probably from the tree looking back at him that's still by the deck. Like, dude, I'm telling you, I just got hit. So he's still looking at him and be like, are you sure? So I had time to set up and pop his ass too. So I popped his ass. He went out there by the tree like, dang, I guess you're right. They still didn't leave the yard. Dang, I guess you're right. Come on, baby, we got to find somewhere to raise these children. So they went. So after I saw that they still didn't leave, I set up again and I popped both of them. And they went ahead and ran into the neighbor's yard. But let me tell you, this little airsoft pistol don't bother them. It does not bother them. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, when they were in this raised bed, when I showed you footage of me shooting that bitch in the raised bed, now I know it wasn't a fluke. Now I know it wasn't a fluke. I popped her ass in the hip. It just didn't faze her. We need real bullets. We need real bullets in this bitch. No more. When I go out there, am I taking the airsoft? It's gonna be a real BB gun from now. And I don't have anybody to be angry with but myself because Mr. The day before yesterday, he gave me the okay to use the real BBs. I should use the 22, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna see if they came back because they are not afraid to come back. They're not afraid. Let me get this food together. Yeah, I'll be working in the dark then. In the light dark. The light dark. I have the ground turkey with some onions. And normally I would use red onions, but I'm going to use some onions because I want to put a lot of it in there. Put an egg white in there just to mix everything up. And all my my seasonings. And I'm also going to use my marinara. Warm my hands and then smush this. I put some of my marinara sauce in there. Usually I would line this bowl, but I want you to see everything that's going on when it's cooking. I have the oven on 420. Because that's my magic number. Meanwhile, let me mush this stuff up and get some parchment paper to make a mess on. I was gonna whip up some sauce in a pan, but that's uncalled for. Uncalled for. I'm gonna put some boiling water in here. I was gonna use the water I boiled the greens in, but I'm not. You know what? Why not? So I'm gonna make the sauce with some greens water. This is one of the only few songs I like by Jermaine. Me don't you? I know Steppin' made me love it though. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Hey, hey. In the bottom. Time after time. In the bottom. Put sauce in the bottom. Put it in the bottle. Put that sauce shown up in the bottom. Take the leaf, fold this part inside itself, and put it inside said collar. Roll in the edges, roll in the sides, and then roll it up, and then roll it into a roll like so, like an egg roll. Roll it now, get a bottle of wine, and place it into the bottom of the bowl, like so. Show enough, show enough, show enough, show enough. Show enough. I didn't hear the phone ding or anything, but it rang right here just now.
That's fine, I'm just letting you know.
How you doing? How you doing?
Alright.
Did you see me in the, on the deck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's why I thought that's why you had called.
Ready?
Yeah, child.
You got it there again?
I went out there and everything was fine. Then I decided to look at my moringa tree. She's been in both of them pots. So tomorrow, from this day forward, every time I go out there, I'm going out there with the real BB gun.
Okay.
Cause
Where did you shoot?
right outside the pot. They was out here by the deck, right outside the pot.
How far away did you were that close when you shot?
Yes. Yes. So I didn't miss. I wanted to go for the eyeball, but I figured if it went a little too high, it would go over their head. I wanted to actually body contact. Ugh.
And what time was that?
8 o'clock. I know what time it was. It was 8 o'clock. Yep.
So they done holes in both of them?
Yep. They in there slanted. One of them still upright, but the one over there where they were today, that one is completely slanted. I didn't put the dirt back. I just left it like it was because I was, looking for them to come back. But they did. That's the fucked up part. You talking about somebody shaking, and I know I got him this time, so that makes me feel like I know I got him last time. I feel like I got her in the hip when I got her last time in the raised bed too.
Probably did. Like I said, it don't really hurt them. They must have thick skin.
I'm gonna fix that with the real BB though. How you doing?
Good, alright.
It's Friday.
Yeah, it is. So you want me to put something around there then?
Yeah. If there's something like, you know how you made those boards? I don't know if there's something circular.
You want me to put something around it so they can't get in, or do you want me to put something in it so they get stuck or something?
Oh, whichever one you want to. It don't matter. I put one of those prickly weeds in the hole that they dug in that one pot though. It probably ain't gonna do nothing, but I was just letting you know that I put that in there. If you're looking at it.
Well, I thought we were gonna be okay till the weekend.
Yeah, I did too. Until I just went out, like just before you just called, I had just went back out there to get my shears because I left the shears out there. And that bitch was out there, honey. But they took out. It didn't take, he didn't sit. I guess he was like, let me see what that was. But yeah, I'm not pressed. It is what it is. And I'd rather be frustrated by bunnies and asshole people in my life any day, I guess.
You're damn right about that. At least you can shoot a fucking bunny or fuck with it.
Right. Right. Everybody get mad at you for calling bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, how could you do that? Don't judge people. You judge people every day. Yeah, I hope you judge people every day. Man, I'm like, but to get shot at and hit and can't be right back. My God. Hate them fucking things.
Well, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they do the same thing with the BB.
With the BB?
It ain't powerful enough.
How come limp they ass back in here with that same damn BB in their hip? What the fuck? Also, I had a little trouble deleting my stuff off my camera. It said cannot delete off my phone, camera phone. Sorry.
They said what?
Yeah,
I think you're on some bullshit, but
you think I'm on some bullshit?
yeah.
I'm finna hang up on you.
Yeah. You know what? Something probably popped up and then you just.
No, you know what? No, you know what? No, I didn't click nothing that just popped up.
Miss Click a lot anyway.
I see right now.
Yeah, I checked that right now.
I see right now.
Yeah, I see right now too. Then I have to thank you. That lady emailed me back.
Uh-huh.
And she said,
me to do your job? Oh, okay. But go ahead.
And I replied back, and I said, I'm glad I could help out in this matter. I said we can get things done when we work together.
You a punk.
And then
I would say you welcome for doing your damn job.
And then I said, so do you know? I said, do you have any idea why my claim didn't pop up in the system? And is it fixed? And I ain't heard nothing back.
Remember I told you to ask her, you said you was going to ask if this going to be a regular thing. I'm going to always have to do this.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm just letting you know, I ain't heard nothing.
I didn't expect you to.
So, and then I called, and a guy answered the phone, and I asked him, I told him I was calling for an update. And he was like, I think it was something, he's like, with the sighting? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I think it was something with the association. I'll have to check and see. I said, okay. I said, well, just so you know, I said, the association sent me an email saying it was approved on the 7th.
Good. Good. That's my baby.
And he said, okay, well, let me look into it because sometimes, the email, I knew it was from something that...
Whatever.
Right.
Why do people do that? I don't know why people do that.
Yeah. So I'm just saying all this for my Yelp review. And I asked him, what's your procedure when you replace the attic, roof and it's got an attic fan? You just cut the wires, rip it out, and almost set the person's house on fire?
Right.
Like nothing?
Right.
Back up?
Right.
Like that, I don't know. Maybe the roofers could have been told that it was going to be disconnected. I don't know. But all I know is that was bullshit. So yeah. So I will see. Like I said, I'm not in a super rush, but I just don't want people just trying to get over,
Right.
All right, well, I'm going to let you go. And I'll see you when I get home.
I'm good unless I'm annoying you with the cabinets and shit.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm going to stop giving you something to drink and maybe snack on the way home. And I need that one a little irritated.
Okay. I love you. Be safe. How close are you?
I'm just by O'Hare, so.
Okay.
If you want an ETA, I can look up on Waze and give you an ETA.
Yeah, what's your ETA? You remember what I asked Leslie what an ETA was? I was fucking with her. I said, what's that extra tardy ass?
Oh, this show's about 9:30.
All right.
So figure about 9:40 because I'm going to run in the gas station right now.
Okay.
Okay, so make sure you're man out.
You hear that, boo? All right.
Nose the nigga out.
He gonna be gone.
Okay. All right.
I love you. What?
Hey.
What?
Don't be fucking with real men's fucking outdoor tools. So that shit that I ordered is my shit. Don't have him looking at my fucking.
He didn't open it. They packaged it fucked up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Your eager ass fucking jump off.
Huh?
Your eager ass jump off. You better get him in check.
He don't be messing with no stuff. He know that you know your stuff.
What's this, boo? What's this, boo? Yeah, you know.
If I'm really his boo, he know not to ask me what it is.
Yeah, okay. Alright, let me go.
Alright, love you.
Love you too.
Alright. He frontin'. I know he saw me go out there. Make sure the phone is off while I'm talking shit. But he told me go out there and shoot them bunnies because he always get the notifications for the surveillance. So he saw me out there. And that's why he sent the text. Working late like a sucker. But the bunny battles had ensued by then. I can't find my glass dish cover. That had a cover because I want the collar to cook very well. Ow! Crap! Crapola mañana piñata. Abuela mi novio. Walking in rhythm, singing my song, thinking about my baby, trying to get home. Singing my song, thinking about my baby. in that era, there was a big old controversy about her moaning on the song. Imagine that.
4.
Such a slut.
Heat measure.
And she was such a good girl. Person that discovered her had to liquor her up and shove her out onto the stage her first performance. He said, let her tell it. Whore. Oh, baby, now. She said do it to her again and again. She is a whore. Ooh, hey, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. This just gonna have to wait. Baby, let's get down tonight. Let's make love tonight. That was you last night.
That was last night.
Yup. I see what's storming inside of me. Huh?
You didn't have anything to do with it?
Nah, I ain't had nothing to do with it. With me? Hey, with me?
That document's got to come out today. Can't wait for him to operate.
Ah! You leave my grand boyfriend alone. It's my great grand boyfriend. Greatest dance partner ever of all time. I love him. When you wake up on the star. It seems like when you wish upon a star, it would be gentler. Gentler.
Stars are far away.
Stars are far away, but if you tell us, and when you seem like when you tell somebody wish upon a star, you're like, wish upon a star. You don't just bust out with the first of, when you wish upon a star.
Why not? Why not?
There is no wrong way to wish upon a star, I mean, but I'm just saying, it seems like
You got what I need. Yeah, okay. That's from that era, okay?
Oh, okay. Hit you! Thank you. No matter who you are, shine bright to see. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be. Oh yeah! I don't know about the rest of them, but Elle still got it. As soon as I heard, I looked up to see if I heard Boots, if I saw Bootsy.
The glass.
Oh. If he didn't collab with Bootsy on this, he straight up started. He was biting style back then.
Oh.
George Duke.
That is Bootsy, ain't it?
I don't know. It is Dookie shit.
Maybe you're on there with him, it ain't fine.
That's why I said,
Yeah.
if he We didn't collab with him. Oh, the teacher knew. Yeah, Betsy Debo. Change it. It's you and me. You need more than 2 people, Teddy. Just you and me. We can't do it by ourselves. And everybody crazy, so I don't know what's next. The world won't get no better if we just let it be. Na 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 na. The world won't get no better. Oh. These are the poblano peppers I let you say.
Those are poblano.
So no, they're not. They're poblanos. They pacify you like you had some hot pepper, but they don't burn you like you had some. Can't do it. Wake up! Wake them up, Teddy. Wake up! Get up! Get up! Wake up! Come on! You think they'll listen, Teddy? I can't do it alone. I need some help, y'all. Stop pushing that dope. Stop using the dope.
You can stop using the dope.
False preaching. False teaching. Wake up, y'all. You preachers. Stop preaching what you teach. Teach the truth. Stop lying. Stop lying. You businessmen, stop cheating. Stop cheating. Wake up, yeah. Wake up, yeah. It don't. Creed a color. Yeah, we need each other. Teach the children. Teach the babies. But what if they not your babies? Ain't no intervening. You can't tell nobody how to raise their kids, and they fuck people. Say they ain't. Tell me they ain't.
Fuck what? They fuck boys?
And fuck girls. That's why I said fuck people. We like to, you know, fuck boys got a nice ring to it. But you know how they became fuck boys? Fuck girls entertained them. They made them feel like they were men. Because if didn't no fuck boys get no attention, you wouldn't have it stop. Do I need to see him dance? Arthur? So I know why his name was Loose Joint?
I can't see that TV. I can't read nothing on that TV.
Really?
Nothing with the way it's colored and the
Oh, that's right. You did tell me that.
yeah.
I wasn't so like surprised. I was just like, then don't be trying to shade me about my eyesight. That's all I was thinking. Somewhere. I fucked myself up, y'all. talking myself over repeatedly. So as you know, I was cutting the poblano peppers to freeze them. And what I learned about poblano peppers was, I had gotten some at the store. I didn't know anything about them. They reminded me of what a giant jalapeno would look like. A mix between a jalapeno and banana pepper. The giant baby that the jalapeno and the banana pepper had. So I wanted to taste it to see if it was hot or anything. So I bought one. And poblano, it sounds Italian. It sounds like something they would put in Italian food. So I was like, let me taste it to see how hot it is. Because I still, even in munchie mode, when my flavors, when my culinary spirit is flourishing, I don't understand the concept of a flavor in a pepper. Anyway, so I was curious about the poblano pepper, and I bought one, singular, brought it home, and I tasted it by itself, and it didn't seem like horribly hot to me. And so I was like, oh, this might work, because it seemed like it pacified a person's need to enjoy peppers in their food, but their spice meter is a punk. Like, they can't handle the spice, or maybe the spice is just too hot for them, or maybe they have some kind of gastric issue, acid reflux or GERD or something like that, that they should steer clear, stay away from peppers. I wanted to taste it, brought it home, tasted it, didn't seem that hot. I was like, oh, this will be great. I can put this in our food, and it won't bother Mister, because he is indeed inflicted with GERD, right? So I said, this way we can enjoy peppers in our food, fresh peppers in our food, without it bothering his GERD too tough. So when I took it upstairs in its raw form, and I gave him a piece of it, and I was like, taste this. And he tasted it. What is good? And I'm gonna keep biting it like a dummy. Yo, that shit is hot. I'm glad I did not put that in our food tonight. I guess I'll stick to bell peppers. But I'm gonna finish cutting this up. I'm just gonna know that it's hot. So, yeah, so anyway, I took it up there to him like this, and I gave him a piece, one of these strips, and told him to taste it, and he tasted it, and he was like, oh, yeah, that's nice, you know, that's cool. So I had been putting them in our food, you know, for foods that where other people enjoy peppers in their food, we still were able to enjoy it, except without the same flavor, without the heat. So I'm cutting up poblano peppers to put in the freezer for cooking with in the future. Meanwhile, I have picked my nose on this side, right? And I felt something after I did it, but I thought because I picked my nose, maybe my nail brushed the inside of my nose a little bit. So I figured that's what I was feeling in my nose. So I kept going. Wash my hands, girl. Yeah, I washed my hands after I picked my nose. And I finished cutting the peppers. I scratched my mouth. And I felt a little something. I was like, oh, I scratched my mouth too hard. Did I draw blood, right? So I stuck my tongue up here. And then I was like, ugh. And then I touched my tongue with my finger. And that shit was so spicy. So spicy. And so in the process of me trying to wrap my head around this, bitch, I picked the other nostril. Because I was like, what is going on? I scratched my lip, stick my tongue out there, and I was thinking about it, right? And as I was thinking about it, I reached my finger in there to scratch my nose under there, like pick style in there. And then when that side started burning, it wasn't unbearable hot, but it started burning to where I knew for a fact what was going on. I was like, oh my God, the peppers are hot. I'm glad I didn't do that other video for y'all telling y'all how poblano peppers are not hot, and that if you got medical problems where you can't eat spicy food, you can enjoy peppers still in your food by using poblanos. Because these things are hot right here. I don't know if I got a no batch or if they really do have both mild and hot poblanos? If you know, put it in the comments, because I know I'm not the only one who doesn't know, and it hasn't looked it up just yet. I can do that as soon as I finish this video, if I remember. I may or may not remember to do so. But put it in the comments. That'll remind me that we even had this conversation, and give me the answer to it. I'm going to continue cutting them, and I'm going to put them in a bag and put them in the freezer, but I'm going to label them as Spicy AF Poblanos. I thought there was no such thing. I better try one of these dolma, because if they don't come out right and I don't have a backup for dinner, it won't be pretty, because my guilt will overwhelm me and I'll ruin the whole weekend because I feel like I did something wrong, even though Mr. will be just as supportive as he always is. But I'll feel bad like I fucked dinner up. Because I fucked dinner up. But I'm not going to fuck dinner up because I'm talking myself through that right now. So I'm finna taste these and make sure they okay. And if they not, I have time to whip a backup together. I need to throw this away. I have other oven mitts. But I don't feel protected by those other mitts like I feel with this one. You can see I kept the other one, the match to this, I kept it until there was a quarter size hole right where this is wearing out. This was like a fire retardant side here. It's filthy right now. But when I wash it, you can see it's silver, like a fire retardant side. And it's quilted. Not like, this is like pretending to be quilted. I don't feel protected. I feel like if something get hot enough, I'm screwed with these. But this, oh, see, I still have these loose holders that go with it. See? It's like a silver fire retardant side, and then this brown side. It's not pretty, but man, this, you know, this is a ride or die oven mitt. It's gonna protect you from that hot ass, whatever hot ass, whatever that comes out of the oven. Don't worry, I'm gonna wash you again and again and reuse you until you cannot be used, until you can't take it no more. Oh, I was tasting one of these things. See what happens? See, I need the meat inside to continue to cook like it is, because it's going to be like a meatloaf. And so normally you would cook meatloaf uncovered, so it can crisp around its edges. And that's the dilemma. The greens that it's wrapped in are okay to be cooked covered, because you want them to soften or continue to soften, or like they can't get too soft. But in this particular case, because it's dolma in there, they're serving around as a wrapping around the meat mixture, and it's also shaping it. It's holding its shape as a little meatloaf log wrapped in a green. Hence, SOOULma. This is cheaper to keep her. Okay, y'all know I'm accommodating because I realize I'm all over the place, and that there are different ones of you that view me for different reasons and for different things that you get from my channel. And so it was suggested that I take the actual SOOULma recipe out and put it on its own, because there's probably going to be a lot of people that would be interested in that alone, and not with all this other riff-raff shenanigans that I tend to do throughout these drawn out ass videos that I tend to post these days. I wasn't even worried about the 2 minutes. Oh, that ain't it. I wasn't even worried about the juice squirting me in my eyes before I realized this was hot, because it was just that mild. So where it was almost like I was cutting a bell pepper. But this shit is spicy. I've jinked myself. Now it's splashing all in my face. I wasn't getting nothing in my face. Now that I know it's hot and I'm worried about it, it's all splattering everywhere. Girl. That's where Kim get it. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Nah, Mike, we not finna love on no rodents today. It's just not going to happen. Something that you told me stayed in my head all night long. Baby, I want to feel the fire. Yeah. Feel me. I Yeah, girl. Yeah, Steph. Yeah.
I'm ready to get up and do my thing.
Uh-huh.
I want to get into it, man, you know.
Uh-huh.
Like a sex machine, man.
Ooh.
Moving, doing it, you know.
Okay.
Can I turn it off?
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4. Get up, get on up. Get up, get on up. Stay on the scene, get on up. Like a sex machine, get on up.
I need to drink more water, y'all. Shame on any of y'all of any age that don't drink enough water. Shame on all of us. Shame on the world. There are places in my body right now. My spine, in my bones, in my joints, in my ligaments, in my cartilage, in my flesh, in my blood flow, in my veins, in my arteries, in my spine, my scapula, behind my breastplate, or in front of it. And eventually my extremities, not yet, but I can literally feel the water traveling out to there. So they'll be thanking me shortly as well. The moral of the story is drink enough water. Please and thank you. Because I love you. And I want you to survive this madness that the world is today. I want you in your flesh form to survive as long and as functionally healthy as possible. Because I love you. I know it don't seem like it sometimes. But tough love though. But it's genuine. I'm gonna make me some cellular water while I'm in here and being productive. My juice. That'll make me feel better instantly as well. And my juice came right out of the garden today. So I know it's going to be refreshing. I wish I could show you what it's going to look like as a log. But I feel like this better not be salty. This is what a singular one will look like. It looks like a turd. I sprinkle a white cheese on mine. I just had a knife. Damn it. I don't like getting a new knife. So that's what it'll look like. I usually top with green onions as well. This is why I usually line my pans, but just for y'all. Oh, you can't see it. Anyway, it looks like this, except there's a bunch of them in a bowl. And there's green onions sprinkled on top. So you cut the log like so. I cut the log in half here. And in general, that's supposed to be like a meatloaf type inside. I think it's too salty.